Well, good morning. I'm Mr. DeFranco. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I hear you're. I almost said auditioning. This is theater on the mind. I hear you're. I'm interviewing you for some law position. Do you have anything specific in mind?
Nothing specific in my mind at the moment right now.
Okay. I'm sure we can find out after the interview, and we can find what works best.
Yes, of course.
So my first question for you is, how do you manage deadline pressure in terms of, especially law school in general? There's a lot of deadlines, especially court stuff that is very intense on the psyche, and I'm curious on how do you manage that?
I always like to plan at least 3 days in ahead, and that's just for huge upcoming stuff. If it's for more long term, I like to plan it out throughout the weeks of getting little chunks done of it, and then if it's like done in a week or so, I always color coordinate and I make sure I do at least one chunk of it per day.
That's good. We value those traits. Now, could you tell me if you were to pick any other position, like if you had the free ability other than law, what kind of job would you work?
I would choose business because both my parents are involved in business and I know a lot about the business field.
Okay. My mom was calling me. Should probably have muted that.
It's all good.
In the past year or so, what would you say has been a very difficult challenge that you've overcome?
A difficult challenge that I've overcome? It's definitely been family issues.
Family issues.
And of course, I've just been talking to close friends, a therapist, and also talking to people who are in my family how to settle on these said issues. So not every family is going to be a happy-go-lucky family 100% of the time.
You will find that especially in law.
I'm well aware of that in law, especially within business and in criminal law. But just how to really not always make it seem that we're the perfect family, just to live with the imperfections.
Okay. Now, could you tell me about a time recently when you think you've taken like a challenge or something and improved upon maybe a flaw or just a skill in general recently because of it?
Okay. A challenge that I've become over is really how to... I was always very, very shy growing up. It's always been difficult for me to make new connections. If that's friends, co-workers, acquaintances, best friends, romantic relationships. It's always been very hard for me to do that. So it's just been very much branching out from a couple of friends to a lot of friends, or just acquaintances, or people who I can just talk to every now and again. And that's been the biggest challenge, and it's been very helpful and scary trying to reach out to a lot of people, but it's been a lot worth it because it's really been helping my confidence.
Okay, I've got 2 more questions for you.
Okay.
We'll save the fun one for last.
Oh, cool.
Now, I've got an odd question. How do you think most, maybe not coworkers in your case, I don't see any previous job history, but how do you think maybe classmates would describe you?
My classmates would definitely describe me as I'm very disciplined. I'm very much a hard worker. I will not stop until the goal I've wanted is achieved. I'm very creative. I like to think outside the box before. I don't like following... It's a step-by-step strategy. I don't mean that by, I don't like following the plan. I like to have my own little spin on it. And I'm very much a empathetic person. I love to make connections with people.
Cool. And now, to wrap everything up, I've got a sort of, we'll call it a bit of a de-ice. I can't figure out the word.
Icebreaker?
Icebreaker, a reverse icebreaker question at the very end.
Ice melter, then.
Ice melter, sure, let's go with that. If you could have any animal, unconventional animal, as a pet, what would you pick?
Mythical or deader?
Unconventional.
Unconventional. I've always wanted since I was an 8-year-old, a unicorn.
You know what? I'm sure someone else is in that boat with you. For me, I definitely pick either an armadillo or I've always had a soft spot for porcupines make really cute noises.
They are really cute. Them and hedgehogs.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much. I'm sure we've got your number on file, and so we will be in touch after the meeting.
Thank you.